It's the enemy you can't see until it's already too late. And I'm not just speaking of the Balance of Terror episode, Romulan invisibility screens, later referred to as the Romulan cloaking device. I'm referring to Star Trek itself, having pulled the most brilliant stealth sequel in television history. And I never noticed it until just a few months back, maybe a few years ago, if that. And I'm wondering if you noticed it or if you were, not aware of it until now. Most people think the Romulan episode Balance of Terror in season 1 of Star Trek as a stand-alone. They're wrong.
Can you see it, Enterprise? Can you see it? Becoming visible in the center of my screen.
It succeeded 2 seasons later, and it's 100 times scarier because this time the Romulans actually succeed at everything they were trying to do the first time. And let me prove this to you with 4 examples. Number 1, the invisible killer. In Balance of Terror, the Romulan ship has a brand new cloaking device. It's experimental, drains all power. They can barely move while cloaked. And Kirk still outsmarts it. Fast forward, the Enterprise incident. Cloaking is now perfected. They decloak literally on top of the Enterprise. They surround her with all these heavy cruisers and birds of prey before anyone can raise shields. And the Federation has 0 countermeasures. That's not a new toy anymore. That's strategic checkmate. Number 2, the planet-killing plasma torpedo in Balance of Terror. That glowing red ball of death is so powerful that even underground bases with miles of iron ore above and the shield technology of the day, and they still get vaporized. The Enterprise itself barely survives when it's fired at. Now, the Enterprise incident. The Romulans have expanded their fleet with Klingon battle-tested ship designs carrying the newest version of the exact plasma weapons and the refined cloaking devices. The only reason we're not watching the Enterprise get turned into space dust is because Kirk and Spock are masters at strategy. Number 3, the personal stakes. In Balance of Terror, the Romulan commander and Kirk never meet face to face, but they respect each other across the void. The commander even salutes Kirk at the end, something along the lines of, in another time, another place, or something, we could have been friends. In the Enterprise incident, the Romulan commander is a woman who gets close enough to hold Spock's hand, and she's still caught up in her own ego of having the Klingon battleships under her command, the plasma torpedoes, the cloaking devices, and now the Enterprise as a trophy, unable to realize at this moment she's been played. Typical Romulan arrogance. The same noble but ruthless archetype, just upgraded from tragic to outright terrifying because this time she has the tech to back it up, to support that arrogance. Fortunately, she's being played. Number 4, the strategic payoff. At the end of Balance of Terror, the Romulans retreat. Eventually, they sacrifice their ship, then be captured. And he tells Kirk before the destruction of his ship that they're creatures of duty. And the Enterprise incident is that second meeting, that was presaged in the first episode. And the Romulans brought receipts. Previously, they spent a century in isolation. The result, the ultimate deterrence package, perfect invisibility, and one-shot planet and starship killer. If Spock and Kirk don't steal that cloaking device right there on the spot, the Federation loses the Cold War before it even starts. And here's the gut punch nobody talks about. In Balance of Terror, Spock saves the racist crewman Styles by shoving him out of the way of the fire in phaser control. In the Enterprise incident, Spock has to become The thing Styles feared. He has to pretend to betray the Federation, seduce an enemy officer, and lie with every breath just to keep the balance of terror from tipping permanently against us. He literally becomes the treacherous Vulcan that bigots accused him of being in order to prove they were wrong. Yeah, it is my opinion that the Enterprise incident is the direct sequel to Balance of Terror. It's the episode that shows what happens when the cautious noble enemy from season 1 finishes weaponizing their paranoia. And the only reason the Federation survives is because one half Vulcan science officer is willing to get his hands dirty, break every rule, and carry the moral weight so the rest of us don't have to. Think about that the next time someone says Star Trek is utopian.
All scanners report clear, nothing in our immediate
Leaving
vicinity.
neutral zone. Now entering Romulan space.
Intelligence reports Romulans now using Klingon design. Ship has appeared. There are now 3. We are surrounded.
At the height of Earth's Cold War between the Soviet Union and America and its NATO allies, Star Trek presented its own interpretation. The Balance of Terror episode was succeeded by the Enterprise incident, and they did a service to it by making us wait through season 2 all the way into season 3 to present this finished story arc. Now, it even goes deeper than that when we start incorporating Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. So, Star Trek, it presented a way to comment on what's going on in the world by allegory, by story. They didn't lie to us. What they said is peace is not the natural state of things. Peace is what happens when people like Spock step into the dark and do the ugly, necessary work so the rest of us can keep pretending we're civilized. Balance of Terror showed us the Romulan threat. The Enterprise incident showed us the cost of stopping it. Spock paid that cost so we wouldn't have to. In a previous video, I ended it with the scene on the turbolift where he's escorting the Romulan commander. And he's, in my opinion, he's having an attack of conscience. He's trying to justify it. He's trying to seek forgiveness, if not validation, from the commander. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Leave a flag emoji at the very least in the comments. Let me know if you've always known these two episodes were connected, or if this is a new insight. Until next time, have a great day. Live long and prosper. Or what's the other one they said at the in Enterprise at the conclusion of their Sirach arc? Peace and long life.